What is going on, everybody? We're back. This is CCW, and I am Nick.
And I'm Joe.
And we're talking about AEW Dynamite's show for January 28th of 2026. And let me tell you guys, best single wrestling show of the year so far.
Yes, very good. Very, very good show.
4 weeks in. Now, obviously, we can't 100% judge truthfully because we have not watched a single SmackDown this year. We have
It's
not.
the best show we've seen.
We have not watched a Ring of Honor, which we know that doesn't have great shows.
I'm sure the wrestling is fine.
But of all of the Collisions, Dynamites, and Raws, this is the single best. And guys, Saturday's lineup already looks like a banger.
Yep.
And man, and we'll get into all that. Anyways, also, and to top it off, man, it feels so good. We said it last week. It feels so good to have Taz back on commentary.
Dude, does he make the show so much more watchable or what? If we could just get if we could just get Bryan Danielson
with
to
Taz
kick Shivani off of there.
Oh. Listen,
it would be perfect. It would be perfect.
Taz, I have said this for about a year and a half now. Taz is my current favorite commentator.
I agree.
Of all commentators across all shows and brands, Taz, and it just goes to show how long Taz has been doing this. I mean, yeah. I remember when he got relegated to doing
SmackDown's commentary
because Vince didn't like him.
Well, it's because he's short, and yeah, Vince didn't get him.
I'm sure there's probably some injury stuff in there as well. To be fair,
some of that as well, but he was kind of pushed in that direction, so to speak.
He was. But, dude, Taz has commentated for SmackDown, for Raw, for multiple pay-per-views and PLEs for WWE. He has commentated for TNA. He's commentated for AEW.
Oh, was he on TNA?
Yeah, he was a part of the Aces and Eights. But he was like their commentator. Man. I think it was Aces and Eights.
That is a part of wrestling history that I have just blocked out.
Taz commentated for TNA from August 2009 until April of 2015.
Ooh, a long portion of wrestling that I just blocked out.
Yes. I just had to Google it, but it's there. But yeah, dude, I love Taz, and I will love Taz until he goes away. Regardless if it's to another show, and I'll still love Taz then, or he decides to retire. I mean, the dude is getting old, so you never know.
Oh, he's getting older.
True.
He's probably still in his late 50s, if
right.
I had to guess.
Oh, yeah.
So he's still got some time.
The only thing Taz does not do well that you will get better from other commentators is he does not explode in excitement like some do. Like, obviously, JR historically is probably the best.
But he explains things. He explains things,
and he's funny. He's a
heel commentator who kind of goes back and forth and contradicts himself on purpose.
So, and for the longest, JR and King are my favorite commentating duo of all time, as is most people that grew up in the Attitude Era. Sure. King did have stretches of times where I didn't like him, though, and it's not because he was a heel. It's because he was annoying.
Oh, man. Yeah. You can only scream puppies at me for so many minutes before it becomes stale.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about that. There's other things that annoyed me about King. The puppies thing didn't bother me because of the day and age. I couldn't go back and watch it and comfortably sit through it. But
it's rough. It's rough.
But I used to scream puppies with him, so I can't shit on it too much.
And for the time, it was, it was what it was.
Listen, I still remember one time Jackie was on somebody's shoulders, and her top got ripped off by quote
they had to
unquote
slip his
accident.
right. Push that envelope.
That was during a pay-per-view though. Anyways, we start the night off. Listen, guys, this is another thing I love about AEW that we don't get from WWE anymore. We start off almost every AEW show immediately with a match.
With a match.
And
it's
I
a
love
wrestling show, not a fucking advertising and backstage segment show.
And immediately we start off Kenny Omega versus Rocky Romero, which, listen, for being the squash match that it really was, Rocky still got a small hope spot for himself.
Yeah, there was two kind of matches like this.
That inevitably led to his defeat. Because he decided when he did get the upper hand to run towards the turnbuckle like he was going to jump off and run back. But instead he slid over to it and did the little cha-cha slide as he was sliding on his knees. And boy, did Kenny deliver one of the nastiest V-triggers I have ever seen come from this man. I thought Romero was dead. I probably haven't seen a V-trigger that nasty since the time he did it to whoever it was when they went through the cage wall.
Oh man, he's had some good ones. He lays them in.
Yeah, he does.
He lays them in.
And boy, did he lay this one in. And probably what made it look even more vicious is 9 times out of 10 the V-trigger comes when someone's leaning up against something.
Sure.
Whether
it braces it absorbs the impact, and he just hits him with his he just hits him with his shin. But how quick and snappy he is.
Yep.
And the sell job as well. The sell job, it was great.
But this one, there was no bracing. He took that shit. It was great.
Yes.
Kenny wins with a one-winged angel. And post-match, Shivani comes in the ring to talk to Kenny. And Shivani hurt my eyes with whatever he decided to wear tonight. Don't
worry, Taz made fun of him for it.
Yeah, Taz said it was, what was it called? It doesn't matter. Listen, he looked like a bright fucking street cone. It was terrible.
Yeah, he had fluorescent yellow tie and shoes on.
Oh, dude, it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen anybody wear. I don't...
Call him like dog urine or something.
Shivani says basically that there's going to be a short tournament for the number 1 contendership for the AEW title. Basically, whoever was going to win the Swerve and Andrade match next week is going to go face Kenny Omega
next week.
And then whoever wins the who's the other match? It's Page versus...
I was going to say it's Hangman and somebody. Because Joe is allegedly hurt.
I don't remember who Hangman's supposed to be going against, but the end is going. Whoever's going to wins between those 2 matches are going to go up against each other. At, I want to say, was it Australia?
Yeah, it's the Grand Slam Australia show.
Yeah, the Grand Slam Australia. They'll face each other, and whoever wins that match will be the number 1 contender for
Revolution.
I'm mad I don't remember who Hangman's wrestling.
You want to just look it up real quick?
No, it's not that deep.
It'll be on one of the shows we talk about.
Yeah. Anyways, so Shivani basically mentions the number 1 contendership tournament that they're doing, which, listen, 9 times out of 10, a tournament's going to annoy me at this point. But given the state that things are in with how many people are vying for that title, it actually makes sense with everybody involved.
Yes.
So I'm not too mad about it. And plus, we're getting some solid... listen. Listen, sneak peek to my match of the night. We've at least got 1 solid fucking match out of this. All right? And I'm looking forward to some more. So then... basically, he says that he's coming for that AEW World title, and he's going to go through whoever he has to, whether they're friend or foe. At which point, Hangman comes out. And he's like, yo, Kenny, you look good. He says, I'd rather fight next to you than stand across from you, but the world title is at stake, and what has to be done must be done. Paige says the next champ isn't going to be Kenny. It's not going to be Andrade. It's not going to be Swerve. It's going to be Hangman Adam Page. Probably one of the better promos he's cut in a long time. Swerve.
He needs to just stick to the point. When he sticks to the point, he's not that bad.
Right. And then Swerve comes out. And he basically says he hasn't been pinned since he's been back. And he's coming for that title. He'll stomp out whoever is in his way. And he does mean anybody. And he comes face to face with Omega. At which point, Omega says he feels there's a little bit of animosity between them. And he says he feels Swerve is looking for a fight. Swerve's like, more than you ever know. And here's my question. When did this happen in terms of these two not liking each other? Because I don't remember a time, at least since I've been watching, where these two have had a bad history specifically. Is there a run-in that Swerve had with the Elite that I don't know about?
I don't know. A lot of stuff has happened. I don't remember specifics on Hangman and not Hangman, Kenny and Swerve.
Right. So I'm just curious on where this animosity comes from. I'm sure we'll eventually find out because we're going to inevitably get this match. It's obviously not going to happen now at this point, next week. But it's going to be happening at some point. And if Kenny doesn't win next week, there's a good chance we get Kenny and Swerve at Revolution. Or at the very least, Australia. So who knows? Who knows how they decide to build that up?
Right.
At this point, Don Callis comes out with something to say because fuck me.
I've got something important to say.
He says Swerve enjoyed the little undefeated streak because it ends tonight. He actually wasn't wrong for once. Then he's coming for Omega and Page. He's got something for Page. He says the Don Callis family runs this show. Kenny says, yo, Don, you should have been worried more about yourself and then chased him out of the arena. Forever.
That bit's getting a bit stale.
Forever chasing that man. We get an earlier backstage vignette, which was actually a pretty decent, quick little vignette from Chris and
Goa.
the Babes of Wrath.
Oh, I was thinking the Goa one already. I forgot about this. Yeah, it's a pretty good segment from them.
The Babes of Wrath, basically, all of this is said is if the sisters stay out of the match, the Babes of Wrath will give them a title match Saturday, which I thought they already said they would give them the title match. So I was really confused about that part.
They said they would face them anytime, any place, pretty much. But I don't know if the match specifically was set.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad they didn't interfere because at least something finished without bullshit for once.
Yeah, surprisingly.
But yeah, a really good match. A really good little vignette.
Yep.
Match 2, Continental Championship Eliminator match. Jon Moxley versus Ace Austin. And let me tell you guys, I in no way, shape, or form thought Ace Austin had a chance in hell in winning this match. Not one. He might have a chance in winning the biggest thighs in AEW.
For a little dude, he does have some.
That man's legs are huge. I'd be afraid to get kicked. Just being honest.
I mean, he's a springy chap.
However, no, I didn't think he was going to win this match, but he did have a good showing, and I think the two of them ended up having a much better match than I thought they were going to.
Agreed.
And even as you and I talked, these two just have very drastically different styles of wrestling. Mm-hmm. But Mox is just...
Yeah, there could have been a lot that went wrong that didn't, thankfully.
Yeah, and Mox is just really good, honestly, regardless of the type of person he's up against.
Yeah. He's a pro's pro, man. He's been around a long time, wrestled a lot of different styles. Yeah. The only thing... I've always been a big Mox fan. The thing that I hate about Mox is his obsession with deathmatch bullshit all the time. There's a time and place for that, blow-offs and the ends of feuds and stuff, but he sometimes just wants to do that shit, and that's what bothers me about it.
My favorite Mox moment in the history of Mox moments was watching him surprisingly win the WWE Championship as Dean Ambrose, because I did not see that shit coming.
Yeah, it was a good moment. His reign
His reign
sucked very
sucked.
badly though.
But him winning that title, dude, I popped. I remember jumping up and jumping up and down like a fucking
Dude,
child.
he was my favorite member of the Shield.
And oh
He
man,
was the mouthpiece. He was honestly the only one of those three that could talk at that time.
at the time he was the only one out of the three that had personality at all.
And that's very true. One was the muscle, and the other was just an annoying fucker.
Who's still an annoying fucker, but at least he's good at being annoying now, as opposed to just being annoying for being annoying's sake.
I like Seth. I hated Tyler Black when he was in Ring of Honor. Could not stand him.
I never watched Ring of Honor, so I have no clue.
I watched a little bit of it. But here's my problem.
I've watched matches here and there, right? Like matches I've heard people say, "Hey, dude, this was a really good match." Like I've seen every single Samoa Joe versus CM Punk Ring of Honor match because all of them are fucking bangers.
All those time limit draws and shit.
They're still bangers. Time limit draws or not.
Oh, sure.
Tore the house down.
I was an Austin Aries fan, and I know how that sounds now. But I hated Tyler Black.
Listen.
Could not get behind it.
All the man did was pelvic thrust in a female referee's face, and no, I'm kidding. He absolutely should be shit on. But
No, he's kind of a terrible human.
He is. Match 2, Continental Championship Eliminator match. Oh, wait, we were just talking about that.
Or no, I was going to say, more than that.
My bad. By the way, Ace went for his finisher. Mox reversed it into a cutter, and then hit a paradigm shift for the win. That's how he got the win. Post-match, Takeshita came out basically challenging Mox, and then Mox was attacked by Davis and Doyle from behind. Because O'Doyle rules.
Once Talk got out of the ring, so Talk didn't necessarily have anything to do with it, but...
Yeah, and this kind of sets up an ending later that made me annoyed.
Yeah. A little bit.
Match 3, TNT Championship match. Mark Briscoe versus El Clone. Ended up being way better than it had any right to be.
Yep.
El Clone is growing on me more and more every week.
The only thing that was bad about this match was there was a very sloppy part towards the middle to end. That was...
Is that the one where he was up in the turnbuckle and went to go do his flip over, but like it was super slow motion because Briscoe or him were not matched up in speed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little off. There was a little part that was off. Other than that, though, fantastic. The wrestling on the show was not bad.
Clone hit this chop that echoed through the arena early on. Mark returned the favor about a minute and a half later. Mark hit a blockbuster off the apron to the floor that looked great. I fucking love me a good blockbuster. Always have. Briscoe hits his froggy bow. Clone kicked out. He then hits the J Driller. You think he hits it, but Clone...
And dude popped up out of his crotch and then did the little neck thing like he cracked his neck.
Ah, dude, it was so good.
It was a good spot. It was a good spot out of his finish.
I almost wish Clone would have got the win after doing that. Like, there was a part of me... Now, don't get me wrong. What comes after makes me happy he didn't win. But that pop-up after, I was like, dude, there's no way he doesn't win this now. Like, that was epic. But then...
Clone looked good in defeat.
But yeah, so Clone goes to do the coup de grace, which looks like he landed kind of wrong at first. Because I'll tell you what. Mark's a better man than me. I might have slapped the dude. He then went for the portal bomb. Mark rolled him up out of it, got the pin. Mark Briscoe stays TNT champ.
Yep.
Post-match, Mark basically says he's willing to put his title on the line this Saturday night for an open challenge, but it can't be the Don Callis family because I'm tired of y'all.
And good news, it's not anyone from the Don Callis family.
Yet. The lights go out.
Oh, don't you ruin this for me.
The lights go out. There's this heart that appears on screen. And guys, I want you to understand something. I have no clue what any of this was in reference to. I do now because I was not aware at this point in time of the 15 different monikers that this motherfucker went by. All right.
Yeah, you didn't watch him enough in NXT.
So there's this heart on screen. It's beating, and I'm like, oh, Taz is about to wrestle. I'm kidding. I knew it wasn't Taz, but the heart's beating, and I'm like, okay. And then this really cool, almost like, honestly, the music kind of reminded me of an early Bray Wyatt, or Righteous theme song sound. Very, I don't know, Southern cult. I was like, oh, the music sounds cool. And then it says Psycho Killer, and everybody in the crowd starts cheering. I'm like, cool, who the fuck is it? Because I'm still like, who's Psycho Killer? Dude comes out. I thought the Butcher or the Blade were back for a second, because long distance. I'm like, oh, dude, it looks like the Butcher or the Blade. And it actually ends up being Tommaso Ciampa as I zoom in on him, and I lost my shit. Guys, you don't understand. I didn't just, like, I only know Tommaso Ciampa mostly from his main roster run, and I've loved everything he's done on the main roster. I have seen...
Oh, man, you missed so much good stuff in NXT.
I have seen a few things in from NXT. I saw his match with Gargano.
Yep.
Which I believe is when he won the NXT championship. Or defended it.
He probably defended it. I don't think he beat Gargano for the title. I know they both had been champion.
Right. Who did he beat for the championship? I think it was Finn, if I remember correctly. It was Finn Balor.
I don't think he beat Finn either. Beat who for NXT title? Was it Adam Cole? Aleister Black. In 2018.
Nice. That was probably a decent match. Maybe. I don't know.
Against Aleister Black.
I find Aleister Black a hard watch in general.
His NXT run is better than his main roster stuff.
Anyways, it's Ciampa. I still lost my shit, guys. I like paced through my house, excited. Like it was like watching wrestling 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Again, I can't say 15. 15 still was pretty bad. I'm getting old. But dude, it was so exciting. And here's the thing: we had talked prior when we knew his deal was up, and we thought there was a good chance he would end up in AEW.
But just on a random Dynamite to premiere was a surprise,
and wasn't expecting it to happen this soon. To be honest.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm excited. And he basically comes out, and it's going to be him and Briscoe to start off. And apparently, these dudes had a pretty good rivalry back in ROH.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want the belt on him immediately.
Immediately, give this man the title. Also, this again begs the question: how long before his best friend follows him?
How long before Gargano?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what Gargano's... I think Gargano's got another year left, I think.
Sean Ross Sapp can't find it.
Something. Yeah?
He was talking about it tonight. He's like, he's still working on trying to figure out how long he's got, but he has not found it yet. Because I watched their post show tonight. So, yeah, he's still trying to figure it out.
Oh, no, a DIY in AEW. Oh, no. That would be so good.
Dude, one of my favorite tag teams.
Whether they're singles, whether they're tag team, whether they're just kind of a stable that does their own singles things.
Somebody, listen, I was watching the Sean Ross Sapp show, and somebody had mentioned in the comments, because they were wondering if he was going to build up like a stable in AEW that he would run. And somebody actually mentioned, and this is why I had said it earlier, him teaming up with the Butcher and the Blade. And their name could be the Butcher, the Blade, and the Blackheart, which actually has a nice ring to it.
I like the Butcher. I never could really get behind Blade.
It's because he's a smaller guy. You have a problem with smaller guys.
Ciampa's a smaller guy. Blade's bigger than Ciampa is.
Look, I'm just trying to come up with a reason.
Yeah, stop your shit.
Honestly, though, I'd probably agree with you. I'm way more of a Butcher fan than a Blade fan. My problem is,
And you agree with me. All this shit for no reason.
I know. What are friends for? My
I know, right?
my problem is, I feel like most of the time I've watched AEW, Blade's been injured, so you don't see him as much.
Yeah.
To be fair, I haven't seen either of them in like 3 years, so I don't
They're
know
not with the company anymore.
what they're doing.
They were released a while ago.
So yeah, Ciampa's here, and he's got a match Saturday for the title against Briscoe. Listen, these two are gonna single-handedly make the Royal Rumble look bad. Mark my fucking words.
Yeah, we were talking before the show, and we were like, you know how good Collision's going to feel after all of that Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia?
Anyways, listen, and if you think I'm also not as geeked for Omega versus Andrade next, listen.
Dude. Well,
that's
we
not a
gotta
Collision
wait.
match. That's next week.
That's next Dynamite. We haven't gotten there yet. So
I
we don't
know.
know who's wrestling Kenny.
Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah, you're right.
Who could it be? The main event will
Backstage,
tell.
Okada apologizes to Fletcher, saying he didn't mean to take the screwdriver. It just happened in the heat of the moment. He didn't mean to screw over Fletcher.
Shit.
Fletcher accepted the apology, and we'll come back to this here shortly.
We will.
We get an in-ring segment. MJF comes out, and he starts to talk, and then Brody King comes out. And MJF calls him, he's like, "Are you deaf and stupid?" The crowd starts...
I've never seen a liberal look more like a Nazi.
The crowd starts barking. Max says Brody is following him around like a lost puppy, which makes sense because he was following Malachi around and then Buddy Matthews, and now he follows this loser named Bandito. And then that's when he said he's never met a liberal man that looks more like a Nazi. Max said they can fix that, though. You know, he could start following Max around. He said, "Well, we're gonna have to change up your. We're gonna have to change. We're gonna have to change up the way you look." He's like, "Put a little suit on you,
A little scarf.
a little
We can
scarf."
fix that, bud. Max's little endearing voice. What a good promo. What a good segment. Both of them.
And then King responds back, and he's like, "You know, as you pointed out, all the stuff that you pointed out, those are called friends. Something you've never had."
Yep.
And he's like, "And you're right. I haven't beaten anyone credible, but me and TK were talking." And he was like, "Hey, you know who one of the best challengers that could be used to prepare me for a title shot? You."
And Max was like, "What?"
Max goes, "Huh?" He's like, "Yeah, next week. It's you and me in an eliminator match. And if I win, I get a title shot at Grand Slam Australia." Here's what I think is going to happen. I do think King is going to win. I think it's going to be because of disqualification.
Yeah, I think MJF's going to get frustrated and get himself DQ'd.
Because they're going to need something for him to do in Australia since they're doing the number one contendership tournament in Australia. So I might as well run a short 2-match program with Brody King, throw him in the, gives him a little title picture rub. And then
Hopefully elevates him.
Maybe Buddy will be back sometime in the next 6 years. We get a Bucks vignette for some reason. Match 4, AEW Women's World Champ. Listen, listen. The Bucks were just like, "Oh, we're going to take you to the Super Kick party. We'll be back next week." So there's not.
Yeah, they're pretty much explaining that they went back to their old gimmick.
Yeah.
Well, no shit. You've been dressing like it for a month now.
Correct.
This should have been released a month ago.
You've been dressing like Generation Me for a little bit.
This shit should have been released a month ago.
Match 4, AEW Women's World Championship match, Chris Statlander versus Tekla, which actually took my match of the night at least till the end of the show, because this match came on and I was very happy with the way these two women beat the shit out of each other. It was amazing.
The only problem I have with this match was the commercials. I don't like where the commercials were placed.
Right.
But the match itself was good.
Tekla ends up hitting a spear and stomp, and then not long after almost gets the pin. She has a huge hope spot, but eventually Stat hits her Night Fever for the win.
She hit a gut wrench power bomb followed by the whatever you called it.
Yeah, they're
little tombstone thing.
They're now just calling it the Night Fever. I've heard it called the Saturday Night Fever before. I don't know what they.
It's her tombstone finish.
Yeah, her weird crotch sniffing tombstone.
Yep.
Post match, Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford come out on the ramp and stares down someone in the ring. We don't know if they're looking for tag titles or a world title, but they're there.
I think Bane's going to be the next challenger to Stat.
I don't
hate it. I also don't love it.
Okay, hear me out. I even told you I would not have been mad had Tekla won tonight, and I knew she wasn't going to. They're not going to take the belt off Stat yet. But I do feel like Tekla, as a heel with the belt, would be able to put together some really fun programs with people. Whereas Stat just kind of bores me.
It's hard when all the babyface women are a part of that one little stable.
Right.
Of Harley, Willow, and Stat. Like, I guess Tony is still a.
They still got Tony. They still got Mina.
Mixed up with fucking Mina Shafir and shit.
Listen,
she's still messed up.
You could have had a world title match between the two smallest people in AEW, which are Tekla and Riho. You could have done.
I forgot Riho existed.
I tried to. I was joking.
Riho.
I don't know. There are just other things that could be done, and the Stat run is wearing on me overall.
The matches have been good.
They have.
It's the stuff in between the matches where she's not as strong. But she's getting better. The inclusion with the other girls has helped.
Yeah,
it makes her more likable.
I try to think. And listen, you ever want to get me hyped for a possible heel versus heel match, especially if there's a title involved? You know how much I would love to see Tekla versus Athena? 1-on-1.
Athena's disappeared to ROH again.
I know, but she comes back for
another 2 months before she comes back up.
She pops her head in for a match here and there.
I know, and I hate it so much.
Me too. She needs to be full time. I said, dude, we still have 2 matches left. I was so riding on such an emotional high, I left that note in here. I was like, everything has been so good. Right. Backstage, there's a Don Callis strategy session where Callis is like, yo, we got Andrade going for the world title. He's like, we've still got the international title on Okada's shoulders. He's like, we've got Tak, who's going to be going for the Continental Championship. Fletcher, you still need to focus on that TNT title. He's like, we got Davis and Doyle, who's going to win the tag titles tonight. All the gold's going to come to the Callis family. It's the first time.
Home to daddy.
It's the first time he's ever cut a promo that didn't annoy me.
Even though he called the TNT title the TNT World title.
Yeah. He then walked off, and Tak looks at Fletcher and goes, "You forgive Okada?" And Fletch just kind of looks like, yeah.
Kind of looked away, all disappointed and shit.
Tak shook his head and walked off, and you could like, dude. Somebody pointed out during the SRS show, the one thing that Fletch does best are the little things when it comes to the promos and stuff. Like, he genuinely looked like he didn't know what the fuck to do. Yeah. And it was great. Backstage earlier today, this is the segment I could have done without. Ricochet and Goa take out Jack Perry. Listen, I'm fine with him taking out Jack Perry, but we got to do something about this whack-ass Goa finisher. I will bitch about this fucking thing forever.
Hey, they held him up for a long time. Isn't that impressive?
I would rather their finishers be a combined leg drop and elbow drop. All right? Like, this is fucking terrible. It is the worst.
They put him through a table. What more do you want?
They let him down into a table, okay? That's all it was. There was no slam. They politely laid him on that table, and the table broke out of mercy, okay? It wasn't because they put him through it. Oh, I hate this move so much. Everything else was fine.
It was an okay segment. The move was through a table at least, so it didn't look as bad to me.
Oh, dude.
But I agree, their finish sucks.
I would rather watch that. I would rather
the thing you've been doing. The wheelbarrow cutter thing is better.
I would rather watch any of the blindfold matches that WWE held back in like the early to mid 90s.
Who is that? That was just on the vault not that long ago when I was watching some stuff. It was Triple H versus oh, I can't think of who. It
Listen,
was Triple H against somebody.
the match was terrible, but way better
Yes,
than
it
that Goa
was.
finishing move.
Yes, it was. It was an awful match. It pains me that I can't think who that fucking other person was in that match.
Um, Match number 5, AEW Tag Team Championship, Davis and Doyle versus FTR. Listen. Davis and Doyle is a team of the future. I'm telling you right now, at some point, they're going.
They are some beasts.
Dude, my favorite part of this entire match, Cash goes to dive out onto them and they catch him and lawn dart him into Dax.
Into Dax, yep.
Amazing.
They make FTR look like a bunch of little cruiserweights, dude.
Yeah, they do.
And those are some hefty boys.
Death Riders interfere to cost D&D the match. And here's the thing. I got to point this out because this is something that's going around. As it stands, it is believed Doyle tore a bicep during that match.
He did kind of disappear. Now that you say that. That sucks.
He took a DDT on the apron, but he didn't let go of the top rope.
Oh, and it tore it off the bone, probably. Oh, no. I didn't know that.
So, yeah, Jake Something's going to be out for a little bit.
That sucks. He just got signed.
If it is a tear. I mean, he'll still probably be out for a little bit of time. You know who I feel most bad for?
The guy who can't keep a tag team partner?
Yes, dude. I feel so bad for Davis, who finally felt like he found somewhere to be within AEW.
Right, now that the Protostar is the Protostar.
And then this happens. And it sucks because, listen, I would have loved for them to win the tag titles tonight. I'm being honest. Like, had they actually won the tag championships and then just went on to decimate people, I would have been thrilled. Now, they wouldn't have won, regardless of the injury or not, because this wasn't a decision made because of the injury.
Right.
With
Man, that sucks.
all of
That does explain why he disappeared, though.
With all of that being said, the way the match ended was terrible. Absolutely disgusting. I'm so...
You mean with the referee looking
dead at
the
Mox?
direction that they used? They didn't even try to do... The interference spot can't come from the same fucking angle as the distraction. It has to be behind the referee's back, not in his... So we're to expect the referee to have zero peripheral vision at all. So he's a fucking horse.
Right.
And that market is already claimed by Hangman. He's a fucking horse. So we can't have referees with no peripheral vision.
That wasn't even my problem. I didn't even care about that. My problem is story related.
Yeah.
Listen, we get enough of the Death Riders interfering in each other's matches, and now we have to deal with them interfering in matches that aren't their business.
Well, the Don Callis family has made it their business because they're interfering in their matches. So
listen, it makes sense. I'm not debating the fact that it makes sense. I'm already fucking tired of it.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. What could have been a really big banger ended up ending on a even... Well, now that I know dude's hurt, an even shittier fucking note.
And you know what I hate?
That bums me out.
You know what I hate the most? Heels.
No.
Heels. Listen, and this is just going back to the old school Death Rider stuff that we've been dealing with the whole run-in and stuff. Heels winning in ways that they don't need to. You want to know what... Listen, a heel wins in the next match, cheats to win, but doesn't use the family to do so. He finds a way to get it done on his own.
Yeah. Because honestly, all this does is make all your baby faces look bad.
Yeah.
Because your baby faces should know what's coming, yet
to
let
be
it
fair,
happen all the time.
To be fair, the Callis family are heels, so I mean...
No, but it's been years. The fucking Death Riders or the group that is the exact same group but under a different name, have been together and doing the same shit for years now.
Right.
Baby faces need to smarten up. That's how they got the belt off of Mox in the first place, is the baby faces finally were like, yeah, enough of this shit.
Right. Backstage, Orange Cassidy and Yuta are kind of talking shit. And then Marina and Tony get involved, and I guess we're getting a mixed tag, I believe Saturday.
Yeah, I think so.
That is like the one match on the card I don't care for. But I know there are people that are super excited for it, so I mean, whatever. That's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be a well-wrestled match.
If it would have been like, Claudio and Marina, I'd probably be more excited. Anybody but Yuta, even Garcia at this point. I don't need.
Well, they got to have somebody in there to take the L.
They're
not going to have Marina lose.
I just don't. That's fine. What's his face? I just said his name.
Yuta?
No, the other one.
Garcia?
Garcia could take the fall. Listen, I don't need the Swedish Chef wrestling all the time. Like, I don't. Find someone else.
You think the Yuta is the Swedish Chef?
Yeah, from Sesame Street. Anyways, or the Muppets. Listen, puppets, they're all the same.
It's a Jim Henson thing. I was going to give you credit for it. It's a Muppet. It's a Jim Henson thing.
At least I got his name right.
Hey, kudos to you.
All right. None of them were as good as Fraggle Rock. Moving on.
I think you need to rewatch Fraggle Rock. That shit's kind of rough.
We own the entire series on DVD, and I
Do you?
have watched some of it, and I love it. It's amazing.
It's kind of rough.
All of them are. Have you watched? When was the last time you watched Sesame Street? Listen,
Well,
most of the shows we grew up with are really rough.
No.
All right.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Except for Batman or Spider-Man.
Yeah, Batman the Animated Series still stands up.
You watched Fraggle Rock recently, I'm guessing?
Yeah, not that long ago. Kristen loves Muppets and Jim Henson stuff, so we find our way to things.
Match 6, my match of the night: Swerve Strickland versus Andrade El Idolo. Listen.
Yep, it was a banger.
Listen, Andrade is probably one of the most slept on fucking wrestlers.
He really is.
In the history.
He really is.
Recent history of wrestling. We were complaining back when Tony wasn't really using him before in AEW, because then he put him in on his way out. He put him in the Continental Classic, and the dude tore the house down for the Continental Classic.
Yeah.
Killed it. Had the best single showing of matches of anyone in that tournament.
Yeah, he beat Bryan Danielson during that tournament.
And then he left, went to WWE. We barely got to see him because he kept getting stuck in bullshit because, WWE doesn't know what to do with him either.
Well, he was going through some shit too.
Yeah, he was going through divorce and whatnot.
Well, he went back to try to fix his marriage, allegedly, and then the fallout of the divorce and all that stuff. So, rough times.
Not to mention they started
Even though now his move is the DM, which is...
Oh, dude, all the flirting he does with the women ringside, I love it. I love it.
Those plants, those local indie wrestlers that they're planting in the crowd.
Absolute plants. But you know what? I'm fine with it because it's funny.
Hey, if that's going to be his character work, that's going to be his character work. You know what? It looks like he's having fun.
It does. It does.
And I'm happy for him.
It looks like he's the happiest he's been in a wrestling ring probably in 5-6 years. But I mean, he's getting used.
He's getting used. He's not hurt.
He's not.
That's one of the other reasons his AEW run wasn't great. He got hurt.
He's not being thrown into a tag team with someone else's brother. Yeah, he just looks like he's having a good time. And here's the thing. I don't expect this to turn into a world title run anytime soon.
No, I don't think he's what they have in mind for a world champion.
At least not now. I'm not saying he won't ever be because the dude's talented.
Oh, I don't think it has anything to do with talent. I just think it's not what the company
Needs
wants.
currently.
Or yeah, I don't. It's just not what they have planned. Now, I think he could be like a continental champion or something like that, and be like a banger of a champion.
Listen, I am looking forward to what will inevitably be Andre El Idolo versus Tommaso Ciampa in an AEW ring. All right.
Yeah, we've already got it in the other in NXT.
I'm just saying, in an AEW ring where they can go a little crazier. I'm looking
I don't know,
forward
dude.
to it.
Those NXT matches were pretty crazy back in the day too.
Oh, I know. Well, NXT used to be great.
Yeah, it is kind of what AEW is now. It was kind of it, and I mean this in the best way. It was a bunch of indie bullshit.
Right. Um. So yeah, match 6. Whoever wins goes on to face Kenny Omega next Wednesday on Dynamite. Apparently, by the way, Andrade has some odds to win. Has higher odds to win the Royal Rumble than the Miz. Figure that one out. Or not Andrade. I think it was Tommaso Ciampa that was in the odds. My bad. I think it was the wrong name.
Okay, yeah, you just confused the shit out of me.
No, you should be confused because it was one of the two. Somebody in AEW had higher odds to win the Royal Rumble than the Miz on Vegas bookings, and I'm so confused.
Ciampa would make the most sense because Andrade's been going for a while.
Right.
But still, that's dumb.
Anyways, MJF isn't too, or I'm sorry. So during the match, Andrade ends up winning because he does something to get the ref to turn around, and then
He grabbed a hold of her.
oh, did he?
Yeah, and then she kind of yanked away, and he used that as a distraction to low blow Swerve, who had him in a waist lock.
Yeah, kicked him right in the dick, and then hit him with
Hit
the
his
DM
for the win.
and got the win. And I wasn't
It was a
expecting
great
it.
match. They both kicked out of each other's finish.
They had this really cool moment that almost fucked up, and I'm glad it didn't. Where they were doing a spot where they were holding each other's hands, and they both end up on the second rope, in the corner, and then Swerve hit him with a Hurricane out of it, which looked really good when they finally got to it.
That was early in the match when they were kind of chain wrestling.
But oh man, these two killed it, dude. And
Kristen was like, "Look at those big grown ass men with all their core strength balancing each other on the second ropes and stuff."
Oh man, again, just another great fucking match. This show, like, seriously, if any,
it flowed so well. The booking made sense. There was surprise. There was intrigue. It was almost a perfect show.
And it ended with shit that that don't happen anymore in wrestling, and I miss it.
Intrigue and storylines and things up in the air and not on a logical path that you can just follow. And well, you can follow it because it's logical, but it's not so fucking blatantly obvious where they're going. There's intrigue to fucking tune in next week.
I mean, you know what we did follow? We followed MJF, who's not happy with his match that he's got next week with King.
Because he's got all kinds of challengers after him.
Omega approaches him and he's like, "One more week, one more match closer." And he goes to shake MJF's hand, and MJF just looks at him like he's stupid and goes to walk away. And we actually follow him as he's walking out the back. And I thought he was going to get jumped by somebody, is what I thought was going to happen.
I did too, but then Andrade came in the frame.
Andrade, who somehow teleported backstage after just winning this match, was basically like, "I'm coming for that title."
Yep.
And then he continued to walk some more, and so you knew Hangman Adam Page was going to be hiding somewhere. And
yeah, he gets outside the building, and Hangman's waiting on him.
He gets outside the building, goes to open up the door to his probably his Uber, and
it's the SUV taking him away from the building.
And as he goes to open the door, Adam Page just puts his hands out and closes the door, and he just kind of has a little 5-second stare off with him. And then he tells him to get in his vehicle. He gets in the vehicle and drives off, and Hangman just kind of watches him as he goes. Didn't say a fucking word. But he was like, I'm here. I'm coming.
Yep.
And, oh, dude. This whole show, minus Ghost's shitty ass move, was amazing. And also minus the Doyle injury, because that's not amazing. But
Yeah, that sucks.
everything else was so good.
Yep.
And I don't listen. I obviously, every wrestling show isn't always going to be amazing. I mean, listen, we're Attitude Era fans. We glorify the Attitude Era, but there were a bunch of stinkers then too. Okay. However,
there was more consistency.
This was just the pacing. Everything was good from front to back. There were 6 matches.
Take that, WWE, in a 2-hour show, 6 matches.
It
can happen.
All of them felt perfect for the pacing that they were going for what was going on.
Yep.
Honestly, the only thing I probably would have done differently was I would have had Kenny full on squash Rocky instead of giving Rocky that one hope spot. But even then, at least that hope spot gave us a brutal fucking V trigger. So would I really change that? I don't know.
One hope spot's not a big deal.
No. But no, the pacing of all the matches were perfectly fine. The interviews, everything was done well. Man.
You could barely even notice Tony Schiavone was there.
With how much everything was happening, you're not wrong.
I know. Taz was great, as always.
I'm going to be honest with you guys.
Was good.
Listen, I heard them talking, but I don't think I paid hardly any attention to commentary tonight because I felt like I was so pulled in by the matches and the actual backstage interviews and the promo segments. I didn't even notice them talking most of the time. Even
Don Callis didn't annoy anybody on a microphone tonight.
I didn't know he was there, to be honest.
Yeah. Even Stokely was on commentary, and it was just like, yeah, this is fine.
It was a good night. It was a good night. Look, I need more nights like this. I know they're far and few in between.
It would make watching wrestling so much better if at least one show was consistently good all the time. And
coming off of Raw being as good as it was as well. Like
it's not been a bad week.
It's a good week in wrestling. I'm hoping that Saturday the Royal Rumble and Collision are good. Now, granted, only one of them will probably be somewhat entertaining.
And it'll be Collision.
Collision. And don't get me wrong, I'm excited for the Rumble. It's gotten rough.
The intrigue of the Rumble is... The Rumble can be so much more than it usually is. Just the intrigue of it. They've only announced 15 participants.
We know Jericho will be one. We know...
Well, we don't know for a fact, but it's more than likely, yes. But hopefully there'll be some more surprises.
Yeah, I don't know. Evil will probably be one.
I don't think that's going to work very well. No one's going to know who the fuck he is.
There doesn't matter. No one's going to know who he is regardless of where he shows up.
You're right, but you would think they would put him in NXT and try to build him up for that audience.
Yeah, but it's never stopped them before from throwing somebody in there that...
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. They'll do whatever they think they can get cheap pops and YouTube clicks.
We get Nia Jax every year, and I keep forgetting she exists. So, like, it happens.
Well, it's because we stopped watching SmackDown because you were... She was a part of the... She was one of many reasons why that show was very bad to watch.
I listened between her and the MFTs.
You're not wrong.
Poor Jeff Cobb.
Poor fucking Jeff Cobb. Like, bro, what are you doing? You could have signed with AEW.
I don't know.
Missed opportunity.
Anyways.
Same thing goes for the Motor City Machine Guns, by the way.
Yeah, but at least they've won tag titles and actually had some good matches. Like, they've had some good matches. Yeah. Unfortunately, they're on SmackDown, so I don't get to watch them. But, you know.
They were on AAA. They were at the AAA show this past week or whatever,
Nice.
wrestling in like a 4-team tag match.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Great show.
yeah, with that being said, 10 out of 10 type show. I need more like this. I do. As a matter of fact, if they could get Collision shit together and we could actually run it like we used to run Raw and SmackDown when SmackDown first came out, and actually just carry storylines from show to show and actually build some momentum to things,
Right.
I would be fucking thrilled. But instead, it's treated like a fucking Thursday Night
It's
Thunder,
treated like a secondary show.
and I hate that.
I do too.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a blast. We'll talk to you Saturday for both Collision and the Rumble. Now, it won't be the same show that we talk about, and we'll record 2 separate shows, but those are coming, so be excited.
Yeah. Also, like, sub, comment, all those things.
Yeah, stop being a bitch. All right.
We see you out there. We know you're actually watching.
Right. With that being said, we love y'all. We'll talk to y'all next time. Deuces.
Later.